Okay, so for today's lesson, we will be using a meter stick and we'll be working on meter strip subtraction. So we're going to start subtracting using single digit numbers, and then we'll move on to two digit numbers. And I've included this arrow to let you know which side or which way you'll be counting down to, okay? So let's start. Okay, so let's start at 30 centimeters. Okay, so if we wanted to subtract 8 centimeters from 30, where will we end up? Okay, so just remember the arrow. So we're going down. So we're subtracting 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where did that take us? Yes, to 22 centimeters. So let's do a couple of more single digits, and now I'll show you how to do the double digits. Okay, so for double digit subtractions, we will start off at 50 centimeters right here. And we will subtract 14 centimeters from 50, okay? So let's start counting down and see where that takes us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14. You see it there? It took us to 36 centimeters. So let's use this example and let's write a number sentence. Okay, so for our number sentence, we will start off writing the number where we started off, which was 50 centimeters. And since we subtracted, we will be using the minus sign. And we subtracted 14 centimeters, which took us, or is equal to, 36 centimeters. Okay, so for this next one, let's start at 52 centimeters. So we're at 52 centimeters and we're sliding down to 49 centimeters. How many centimeters did we slide down? So let's start. Let's count. So that's 1, 2, 3 centimeters. How many centimeters did you slide down? Yes, 3 centimeters. So let's go ahead and write this in a number sentence. So for this one, we started at 52 centimeters and we ended up at 49 centimeters. So we're trying to find out how we got to 49 centimeters. So we went back and we did 52 centimeters. We subtracted the minus sign, 3 centimeters, which is equal to 49 centimeters. And we can state the change by saying I slid down 3 centimeters. And always remember to state the units. So this time we're working with centimeters, so we say 3 centimeters. Okay, so for our next activity, we will be measuring and comparing objects. And we will use this sentence here to determine how much longer one object is than the other. So the sentence states, the length of blank is more than or less than the length of blank. Okay, and when we write this out, when we're measuring, we always want to remember to include the units. Okay, so since we're working with centimeters, we'll use centimeters as our units. So the first object that I will measure, or that I'm measuring, is a pen. And as you can see, it is close to the 19 centimeter line. So this one measures 19 centimeters. So let's move on to my second object. My second object is a crayon, and putting it against the ruler, it is coming out to about 9 centimeters. So when you are measuring the objects, be sure to write them down. Okay, so you can use, when you're ready to finish your sentence, which I've done here, and you can fill in the blanks. So the length of 18 centimeters is more than the length of 9 centimeters, and we saw that comparing the pen and the crayon. So now it's your turn. I'm going to put you in groups of 2. And partner A, you're going to compare the objects and finish writing out the sentence. And then partner B, you will either agree or disagree. And if you disagree, explain your reasoning or your why to partner A. So now we're going to practice counting in 5s. And we're going to use the clock here, and we're going to concentrate on the outer numbers that you see here, okay? So let's start by counting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So how many minutes have passed? Yes, 35 minutes. So now we'll be counting with 1s, 10s, and 100s. And we will be using these bundles here. If I hold up this straw here, that means that we'll be counting by 1s. If I use this one, then we'll be counting by 10s. If I use this one, then we'll be counting by 100s. So let's start. Okay, so looking at this bundle here, let's start counting. So we start at 0, and then let's start. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, very good. So now let's change it up and let's try this one here. So we left off at 50, so now we'll do 150, 250, 350, and now let's switch it up and we will try this bundle here. We left off at 350, so then we'll go to 360, 370, 380. Okay, so now let's try this one here. So we left off at 380, and now let's do 381, 382, 383, 384, 385. Okay, so looking at this last sequence here, we are going to look at this number here, 382, up until 385. Okay, and what I want you to do, I'm going to put you in groups of 2. Now partner A will count from 382 up until 385, and you're going to count up and then you're going to count backwards. Okay, and you're going to do that once, and then partner B will also do the same. From 382 to 385, you count up and then count backwards, and we're going to see if you build up your speed the more times you try it. Okay, so let's start.